What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike Herring. I'm an internal medicine doctor, and a few weeks ago on Instagram, I got 2 or 3 productive DMs, which for me, productive DMs are few and far between. But they were productive nonetheless, asking me what I take to work every day in my bag. So naturally, I put out an Instagram poll, and overwhelmingly, yeah, make a video about it, so let's make a video about it. Over the course of my life, the stuff I keep in this bag changes quite a bit. Now, it's been static for the past 8 or so months, but I anticipate it's gonna change again soon. So first things first, what bag do I use? Well, it's recommended by some of you guys. This is the bag that I use. It's a King Kong bag, and I asked you a while ago, should I get a King Kong or a Lululemon bag? Now, I had a Lululemon bag. It was pretty big, and I needed to downsize a little bit. I actually asked initially for gym bag recommendations, but I actually use this, for both the gym and work, but we're gonna focus on work for right now. I should mention that nothing here is sponsored. I'm not getting kickbacks from anybody, but you know, this is honestly what I keep in my bag. I actually put an Instagram poll out there, and they were kind enough to message me and be like, hey man, thanks for hitting us up with the big guys. So I asked them how big they were. Turns out there's only 4 people that work there. And yeah, if you know anything about me, you know I'm a big small business guy, so the little guys always get my business. Especially when they make nice stuff. It's a big canvas bag, it's really firm. I use it literally every single day, and it's held up great. First things first is my computer. This is a 2018 13-inch MacBook Pro, 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, a 2.7 gigahertz quad-core Intel Core i7 processor with 16 gigabytes of RAM. This computer has been through the ringer, and over the past, gosh, almost 4 years now, it's done pretty well. It needs a dusting very, very badly, but I really like this computer. It has the touch bar on the top of it. I was very excited for the touch bar for the first week, and then I was like, we don't need it. And then Apple said, we don't need it. So they get rid of it. I think it was a good idea from Apple's standpoint, but I really like this computer. I have gone back and forth between Windows and OS products for pretty much ever, and I stopped and stuck with Apple probably 6 or 7 years ago, give or take. I really like the Apple stuff. My preference, one is not better than the other, but MacBook Pro. Next, we have something for both necessity and nostalgia. Everybody, I think, should carry a notebook. Now, there's value in actually writing things down, getting things down on paper as opposed to typing them in your notes, but this also has a special place in my heart. This I got on my very first FIGS retreat at the Immersion that was sponsored by Lululemon as well as FIGS. It's got my initials on the side there. I keep this with me, one, to remember how fun this was, but also to write down some important things that really need to be written down. Next and last thing that lives in the big pocket is this bad boy, my stethoscope. Now, I'm internal medicine. I really need the stethoscope. There are a couple specialties that really don't need a stethoscope. Somebody mentioned Michael Cellini in my channel. I know him well. He's a great dude. If you don't follow him, please go follow him. Although if you don't follow him and you ended up here, I'm not really sure how that happened. He's a good dude. He's an interventional radiologist. I don't know how much he uses a stethoscope, but I believe this is the Master Cardiology. It's in all black. This is the second Master Cardiology I have because Kyrie lost hers or had it stolen or misplaced it or something. It happens, so she took my old one and I got to get a new one. Keeping on the periphery, there's one thing that's kind of weird that I keep in here. And the one weird thing is my gym chalk. Now, why in God's name am I bringing gym chalk to work? Well, I leave it everywhere. This is, I think, my 4th bag, and it's the one that's been with me the longest, actually. It's been a long time since I had to get a replacement, but this is $6 on Amazon. I keep it in a Ziploc bag. There's a chalk bag, inside a plastic bag, inside a mesh bag, and also inside this Ziploc bag, so I don't make a mess all over my actual bag and wherever it is I bring the bag. But I have left this so many places, and I forget it so many times. It's just easier to have it buried in the bottom of my bag. All right, let's get in some pockets. First things first, you can't have a notebook without pens. This is just a classic blue pen, back in the bag. This one has a flashlight on it. Woo! It unscrews, can't pop it off, and it's pretty heavy. It's called a tactical pen. My father got this for me, so I carry it wherever I go. Next up is this microphone. This is the Rode VideoMic Me L. I usually use it when I'm doing literally anything on my phone. I used to have an iPhone, I think X, before I upgraded to the 12 Max Pro, and the microphone was not spectacular, so I ended up buying this. I think it's about 70 bucks. Plugs right into the phone, you don't need any software or anything for it, and it sounds so much better, but it has to be pointed like directly at you. I have a dead cat, or windscreen, but we call it a dead cat. I have a dead cat somewhere. I don't know where it is. I usually don't need it. If it's that windy, it's gonna be a disaster for sound anyway, so I usually don't film, but microphone, big help. It's a little bit better than the one on the 12, substantially better than the one on the X. Two more things I typically keep in here for the workday: my ID, it's blocked off so, nobody can stalk me, and my headphones. I don't usually wear them, but at the end of the day, if I really need a little bit extra oomph to finish all my work, it's 4:15, 4:30, maybe even 5 o'clock, I finally see all my patients, I gotta write some notes. Maybe I need a little bit of pick-me-up. I don't want to have coffee that late at night, so I, stay up. And also, I'm pretty sure the rest of the office doesn't want to hear my music, because it would, well, let's just say they don't want to hear it. Now finally, like any good diabetic, I have spare diabetes stuff literally everywhere. So in my bag, I always have at least 2, but in this case, now I have 4 glucose gel packs, some spare insulin, and an extra syringe. Now on this insulin pen, I have a pen needle already on it, just in case my insulin pump fails and I need a little extra oomph for the day, just to get me to where I can get home and get proper insulin for the next couple of days, and glucose, so I don't die. This is the insulin I've been using for the past 8 or so months. It's called Fiasp. I've been pretty open and honest about it. The Humalog for me didn't really work that quickly, and my big struggle is bolusing right before a meal, or remembering to bolus right before a meal. Usually it's like halfway through before I remember to take my insulin, but yeah, whatever. Now I use these gel packs instead of glucose tablets, frankly because the glucose tablets get stuck in my teeth, and if I'm not there to brush my teeth like right away, or get a good glass of water and swish my mouth around a little bit to get all that kind of, frankly, chalk out of the back of my teeth, I'm gonna get cavities. So glucose gel packs, throw it right down your throat. They work beautifully every single time. I'm really never 10 feet away from one of them. And finally, life wouldn't be complete without a water bottle. It rotates quite often, but I got this from winning a hockey tournament back in July of 2021. My first time playing hockey here in Nashville. It's always water. It's never anything different. And it also lives on my desk when I'm at home. So that's what's in my bag. That's what I take literally every single day. Because I made this video, I've packed my bag and I'm ready to go, so I don't have to pack later tonight. So thanks for that. What did you expect to see? What did you not expect to see? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.